10 million at 99. 8 million at 99.5. Looks like. Just haven't had the volume to make any significant move up lately. I've seen.
I think we're going to get that
Uncertainty.
third push down.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't get some movement up here pretty soon, we're going to see a bearish divergence on the 15-minute.
Yeah, on the 15 minutes from this earlier's high at like call it 106, just over 106, and it dropped down to 103.9, 103.8 below that. That was the first push down. Then it came up to 104.5-ish. And then it dropped all the way down to 102.3. You could measure those two moves, they're the same, so that's the second push. And then when we topped out, when we came back up 103.440-ish, we've been coming down since hour and 15 minutes or so. And that measure move gets us down to 101.235-ish. But because we dropped below that ascending support at 103, when it was 103.8 area, just under 103.9, the bottom of this ascending channel goes back some time, but that brings us down to 99, just under 99.5. But we'll see how this third push down goes here. 101.
What's going on, guys?
But we still have support at 102, 180. Have a good day. What's up, D?
What's going on, man?
Morning.
You know YouTube's been down, right? So
I was trying to figure something out with the damn.
Cool.
It was my Streamlabs. I had to reset it like 30 times. Well, took both sides in 24 hours, like I was saying. Less than 24 hours, actually.
Crazy. One slow, one fast, huh?
Now, the last part of the setup that we were talking about was, I don't know who was here last night when I was doing this, but we said sweep high, sweep low, and then come back to the middle for the trap and basically just trap us where we were.
Yeah, it sounds right.
We'll see, though. It's nothing worse than waking up to internet issues, bro.
Especially with all this happening. You're like just hovering over the bottom of the Asia range right now. Crazy. Just for a minute.
Oh shit, I just looked at dominance. Ouch. Yep. Well, that's one prediction I didn't want to play out. But we're above ATHs.
It looks like, though, if we make another move down for the rest of this liquidity, we might get the 4-hour RSI into oversold.
Is it right now? I don't think we're dumping any further. I think we're popping up until CME closes. We've already trapped shorts. It would be a waste to free them just to open CME. Just my opinion. The question is, how high back into this range do we get?
So there's a bunch sitting up at 107. There's like 50 mil on the first liquidation heat map on CoinGlass.
At 107?
Yeah.
No, way too high. Trap longs are at
Yeah.
106.5. Trap shorts are at 102.3. CME has to close somewhere in between them.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a second. I'll be right back. I need to get my phone.
Yeah, sure. Could see us making it to 105.5 though. It's like we're testing that 2 through 6 that got drawn at 3 to 280. Also, it's getting back to normal. It's good.
All right. Hour and a half until CME closes. Let's get it. Topping volume candle, bullish engulfing, high or low. You know the plan.
Back to normal leverage too.
What we want for a more traditional trap is to make as much distance from these trap shorts before CME closes. So we have a good, healthy distance from the range. That way, our false move Monday is easier to call like it was this week.
I've got a bit of confidence on my fibs at 105.5 where that pink vector candle was on the 15-minute.
Yeah.
I'm kind of aiming for that, hoping.
Hey there, Dbloc. When does the CME close? In 1 hour, 1 hour
5
and a
o'clock.
half, something like that?
Yeah. So I'm thinking somewhere around golden power. I mean, somewhere around point of control, daily open would be perfect. We don't get perfection just because we want perfection, right? But a weekend trap right in this range, right in the same range that we were yesterday. That same range that we were trapped in when we said it felt like a weekend trap. Bring me back into here and send me sideways for a couple days. And that'll be GG for the week. That was a wild whip, but I went through it yesterday and I explained why I thought it was going to happen. We had tons of confluence. I walked step by step through the liquidations, through the buy orders, the fact that we had an off day on Thursday. So it was callable. It wasn't like some crystal ball shit.
Point of control that's at like 104.4, I think, right?
Point of control is 104,699.
Yep.
This play reminds me very much of that Trump speech. Remember we had those wild whips to target 1, target 2 a couple months ago on that Trump speech. It was almost the same setup without the Trump catalyst, obviously. But the catalyst was banks opening back up.
But we also have a bunch of liquidations sitting at 107, 187, and 107, 447.
And we'll worry about those next week.
It could just be a week up and set the trap and then go get them and come back into the range.
Possible, but you would free the trap longs by doing that. A lot of work went
I
into
don't
this
think
setup. Trap longs are at 106.4.
Yeah, but it's just $1,000. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay. Just letting you know, it's probably not a very high chance that they free these trap longs.
Yeah.
This
I know,
deep into
I know.
yeah.
I know, but even though there are trap longs there, it wouldn't be like the trap longs will get like, okay, we're gonna get out now. They will be, oh, we're going up. We're gonna stay here. That's my thinking, but maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see. It's a time thing right now. Once CME closes, there's not going to be much movement. So if you want to make a move like that, you have to do it right now.
Yeah, I was expecting it over the weekend, but as you said, there's not a lot of time. Let's see where we will end off.
Yeah, we got about an hour, 15 minutes to make some moves here. Yeah, let's take a look at ETH real quick. ETH, unfortunately, also did the bad thing. We're halfway through our measured move on ETH. We tried to get over that uptrend, but couldn't several times. And worse than that, we ended up putting another bearish channel right underneath resistance. Measured move for the smaller bearish channel. It doesn't really matter. It's underneath the last one. I mean above the last one. So that's the range I'm looking for. 299, 2261. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the macro. All right, we know the play here. Weekly candle, 2 days left, has to pop back up. In 2 days, we got to get above 1044. On the daily, we couldn't close underneath 1024. We dipped down underneath it and then moved back up. So this is good. 4 hours, 20 minutes, we've got to stay away from 1024. And then we move to the weekly to try to figure out if we can eat this back up before this weekly candle finishes. It's going to be a spicy couple days, guys. Rajesh, yeah. When CME closes on Friday, market maker's job is to keep price within 1% of that CME close so that when it opens on Sunday, they won't leave a gap behind. The way they do that is that they trap long traders and they trap short traders, take their margin off of the market, basically trap all their money in plays, and that brings the volatility down on the weekend and makes it easier for them to keep that price at CME. But for that to happen, you've got to have successful traps on both sides, or else either the bears or the bulls are free and they have money to push price during the weekend against market maker algos. Right, so it's sort of a setup. It's not a trap where they're trying to wreck you. It's a trap where they're trying to trap liquidity so that price can stay still. Dom being on the chart saved a lot of people a lot of money, bro. Dom's on the chart for a reason. Rajesh, honestly, the only successful trades on Friday after the traps get set are either shorting from the trap longs to the trap shorts or longing from the trap shorts to the weekend trap. There's only really two viable plays there, in my opinion. I'd like to see some volume picking up right around now, though.
Ooh, sorry. My mic was off.
Rajesh, they usually come at the end of fast moves on Friday, right? Fast move up. Fast move is usually the fake move. Yeah, we can definitely break the weekend trap. I mean, there's nothing, it's not set in stone.
Popped it.
Appreciate that, Jermaine. Yeah, we got 143 viewers and 30 likes. Let's get those likes up, guys. Don't let the emotions from the drop cloud your TA, guys. $50 EMA on the 5-minute is our nemesis right now. But we need to get over. Let's check the 1 minute, see if we got bullish momentum yet. We've got bullish momentum and we're flagging out. Something's wrong with the damn... I don't know what the hell's going on with my Streamlabs, yo. My bit rate is all over the place, and there's nothing. It's gonna be one of those days.
Hey, Dbloc, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you already looked, but did we deviate from M2?
It hasn't been enough time to have any successful deviation. You can deviate up to 20% at any given time, so I'll take a look at it, but I'm not worried about it on a day-to-day time frame. But I'll check it out. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on with this damn stream.
We got my Bart Simpson I mentioned last night.
Nice. Yeah, it's going on and off, JR. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Yes, in games. I did that 3 times already. Just the bit rate is jumping all over the place. I don't know what you're saying, Pepin. You have to rewrite that entire sentence.
Yeah, G-Bug, XRP has like a perfect head and shoulders formed on the 4-hour. Feels like we got more room to go. Like, we might push it down to like 180. Unless that's the trap. And it's about to pump out of this.
All right, well, we're back for now. Market makers pulling out all the stops, huh? Took both sides of liquidity, tried to take down the Cypher channel. I see you, bro. Playing dirty.
Treachery.
I actually think that I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I do think that market makers are actually looking at almost everything and almost every channel and what retail is doing with AI and determining the path and what to do and who to get out.
I blocked
Dude,
them. It's
most-
okay. I immediately banned all market makers from the chat.
Get them out.
No, I'm just saying that they may be monitoring the most channels that are actually having groups and stuff like that, and they're monitoring them with AI to give them, let's say, where the liquidity might be, even though we don't use stop losses or stuff like that.
Yeah. Definitely
It's
gonna be a
much
lot.
more complex than we think.
Definitely gonna be a lot easier to track sentiment with AI. That's for sure.
Après, serait capable d'aller en boîte aux lettres chercher juste son truc et les reste. Bah, tiens, des fois, je suis sur un écouteur, mais ouais, j'ai pas besoin qu'elle écoute tout le temps. Ma merde, là.
Open
Julie's
mic.
got an open mic.
Yeah.
I reached out to my IT buddy, and if I get a response, I'll let you know what he says.
Yeah. Looks like we're stabilized for right now, but we'll see what happens.
And the thing is that I'm saying that the market maker may be going after different channels is because I'm watching different channels, and every time they put a live trade, it goes against them.
That's because they suck.
I don't think so. There
I'm just
are a
playing.
lot
I'm
of
just
good people
playing.
there,
Jokes.
but every time when they put a trade on the live, it went sideways. When they put it in the personal Discord or stuff like that, that is not actually public and you need to pay for it, it goes okay.
Too
How
many
the
people on the
F?
same trade, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Trade gets crowded. So I don't
Maybe.
like that whole idea of copy trading, bro. Because if you got a really large group of copy traders, like every time you trade, you're right on front screen.
Yeah, maybe, but it still kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
They're also watching these groups and channels and stuff like that because the market maker doesn't want liquidity on either side. So they make money from getting liquidity from the downside and the upside. So they don't want it.
Bro, there are thousands of languages and millions of different people trading all over the world. I mean, how many channels are they
Doesn't
gonna?
matter.
We're losing our bit rate again here, guys. Looking at the stats for nerds, and nothing's changing on it. It's just OBS.
To the guy that was saying that we have thousands of traders all over the world, yeah, it doesn't matter. AI can cover them all.
Are you getting anything in OBS that is telling you there's something wrong, or is it
Just telling me I'm dropping frames. Yeah, it's giving me a warning that we're dropping frames.
And what are the chances? We were speaking about market makers and you start dropping frames.
I know. I'm using Streamlabs in games.
What kind of internet connection do you have, Dbloc?
Pretty good. I just tested it. Everything's fine. way more than I need, both up and down.
Well, then depends on the server that you're connecting with your OBS. So if you're connecting to a server in Europe because one in the United States is down, that kind of makes sense.
I was also gonna say, how long has it been since you've updated OBS and Streamlabs?
I think it did an automatic update not too long ago. I can check to see if there's another update or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research to see if there's any compatibility issues between them right now.
And as I said, also take into consideration that when you're using OBS and Streamlabs, it basically connects to a URL, but behind that URL, there could be servers in China, there could be servers in Europe, United States, there could be servers in, I don't know, Afghanistan, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's basically spread out all over the world. And if a server doesn't respond, then it moves you to another one. And that's when the frames start to get dropped if you're having high latency and stuff like that to the server that's behind the proxy.
Well, suggest
Do
you
you
guys get
know?
on Discord just in case YouTube is screwed up for a minute. You want to keep your eye on the chart.
Do you know if you have dynamic bitrate enabled?
No, that's off. That's the
Okay,
worst.
copy that. Yeah.
That shit'll send you all over the place.
Take a look and see
Okay.
also if your graphics card has any updates to it that you don't have, because that could affect.
Yeah, I might have to restart if it keeps going like this. You're not gonna stop the pump, market maker. We have the technology.
If you continue to have problems, you could always try reducing the bit rate of the stream itself, and it'll be lower quality, but at least it'll be there.
Yeah. It makes no sense. Yeah, I'm gonna give it like 10 minutes. If it doesn't clear up, I'm gonna restart everything. Still moving our way up. Trying to get up to this 50 EMA before CME closes.
Yeah, and it's just the YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's just YouTube. I don't sound choppy to you guys or anything, right? On Discord?
No, sounds fine. The streams
Yeah, so it's
seems
not
No,
the
clean.
totally okay, and the stream is okay on Discord.
yeah, it's not the connection.
Sounds smooth as silk as usual.
That shit is annoying as hell. All right, let's handle it now before price gets crazy. We'll be back. YouTube, give me a second to restart the PC.
You use one PC for everything.
No.
Okay. That's why we're still here.
No. Discord's on the PC. Discord and YouTube are both on the same PC.
Oh. Okay, we didn't get caught.